Whatever you do before this morning routine starts does not determine how productive, efficient, and how good you are at your job. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about everything we do after we're likely to wake up a little bit later than we plan to. This video is nothing to do with how you want to check in with yourself, be mindful, wake up early, wake up not so early, exercise, drink water, or not do all of those things and just roll out of bed just before your morning meeting. And for legal and reputational purposes, that has never been me, never has been me, never will be me. But this video is all about how the first hour of your working day can really determine the rest of your working day, and just making sure that you're setting yourself up for success, both for your daily tasks, your weekly tasks, and your entire career. Stay with me, I am not being dramatic. So because none of the activities that I'm going to talk about in this video are to do with any kind of billable hours in my line of work anyway, these are things that I like to do before the actual working day starts, or just before the first call that has anything to do with client work. It also makes more sense to get these kind of tasks done at the beginning of the day rather than at the end of the day. So the absolute first thing I like to do in the morning is to write a very small, condensed list of things I would really like to get done in the day. Now these are usually a mixture of high priority and urgent things that need to be done. This is from Eisenhower's urgent and important principle, and important has kind of been replaced with high priority in my example, but the most urgent and most important things that need to be done will be at the top of my list for the day. Now this list will not exceed 3 to 4 items because it's literally just not practical to do more than that, and you're just gonna feel rubbish at the end of the day when you eventually don't get that done. So I like to focus on 3, maybe 4 things that I absolutely want to do and write those down at the beginning of the day on paper so it's in front of me. The next thing I will do is set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes, and this timer will usually be in the form of a podcast episode that's on in the background, or literally just a mental note of the time that I'm going to click out of Microsoft Outlook. And in this 20 minutes I'm going to organize my inbox and just organize folders and unread emails and emails that have tasks attached to them and ones that don't. Now once you've organized your inbox into emails that have tasks related to them, so emails that result in you having to do things rather than just read and delete, those all go in a folder called to do in my inbox and also get flagged using the Microsoft Outlook feature. If you use Microsoft To Do, this is an awesome application that kind of just pulls together everything that you've flagged and turns it into a to-do list that you can then check up on. Now we're not going to touch this actual to-do list yet, but we're going to have it organized and ready to go for when we do. The third thing I do, which is not going to lie, my most favorite part and almost the best part of my day, because I feel like a true adult when I sit with my cup of coffee in hand and I'm opening up these tabs and reading articles. And it's basically keeping on top of commercial awareness, keeping on top of industry events, industry news, being an all-around corporate dude. So the 3 websites I really like to check up on are the Financial Times, Harvard Business Review, and the Wall Street Journal. These are the 3 that I check up on every single day, and there are some other platforms that I like to check up on maybe on an irregular basis, things like Finimize. With these 3 websites, I can keep on top of the various industries that I'm interested in. So that's actually within professional services, financial services, fintech, and also keeping up with articles and news within diversity and inclusion, which is an area I also like to keep on top of in general to see where the industry is in comparison with my firm. Now with the Financial Times and other platforms that require memberships, you should check with your firm or your workplace whether they provide access to this as part of your employment. Most of the time they really will do, so just make sure and ask around if that information isn't readily available, because if part of your job is working in the industry, insights into the industry will be readily available, and if not, ask someone if you can expense them, because these are relevant expenses in order for you to be a competent, commercially aware employee. Now from each of these websites I will only open a maximum of 2 articles, otherwise I will get carried away. This also usually takes about 25 to 30 minutes in the morning. I spend a good bit of time digesting these articles. Now to help with this whole morning routine workflow for me, I have a little folder called Morning Routine on my browser that has the Harvard Business Review, the Financial Times, and the Wall Street Journal in them, so I can just click on them, open up my articles, and read away for the morning. Now there are no downsides to just staying on top of commercial awareness, so I would 100%, if you don't already, check industry news in the morning, include this into your morning routine. And the 4th and final thing I like to do in the morning is to organize a time to look through that to-do list we mentioned earlier, which is basically a roundup of all the emails that you received in the morning that involve action being taken upon reading them. Because of the Microsoft To Do app, it's really easy to kind of itemize the emails into an actual to-do list with dates and the checkbox feature on them. So this makes it really nice from a user experience point of view and super efficient for when we're actually getting through it. So what I like to do in the morning after I've read all my articles is just pick a kind of half-hour slot in the day that I'm going to address all these things I have to do in my inbox. Now, depending on your personal timetable, it might be better for you to do this in the morning or the afternoon, but I like to do it in the morning just before my lunch, just so that any tasks that are either urgent or have to be done kind of earlier in the day get done and don't get left till the afternoon, where I am very likely to be hit by a slump through absolutely no fault of my own. Your girl needs coffee. What can I say? And now this morning routine is going to enable you to focus a little bit without overwhelming yourself. And this is the key thing that I try to do in the mornings, is to just reduce my overwhelm. I've got my very small list of things that need to get done in the day, so I'm at least achieving those 3 things. I've got a list of actions for my email. I've got time allotted to doing during the day, just so those things get done and emails don't get ignored. And then I stay on top of my industry and also just get a little bit of time to read things that are interesting in the morning by checking up on sites like the Financial Times, the Harvard Business Review, and the Wall Street Journal, just so I'm staying commercially aware and learning new things about the industry that I'm working in. I hope this video was a little bit helpful for you and a little bit different. And just remember, whatever you do before this morning routine starts does not determine how productive, efficient, and how good you are at your job. If you're waking up late, it doesn't matter because you're getting your stuff done. If you're not working out, it doesn't matter because you're getting your stuff done. Really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.